Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome. Welcome to another Beading Chat Live. Beading Chat Help Session with Fen. Hello. Good afternoon. We are currently live on YouTube, currently live in the Beat Flora Studio Facebook page, and we are currently live in the Learn How to Make French Beaded Flowers Facebook group. If you are here joining me live at this time, say hello. Today is June 23rd, 1:01 p.m. Central Standard Time here in the Midwest, USA. Good afternoon. We've got Michelle joining us. Hello. Well, today it's a little bit different. Well, I guess it's been different almost every single time. I am coming to you on a Monday instead of a Friday. I'm going to get my hair out of my mic. And if you see this fuzzy thing on my mic, it's because I've got wind, like I got a fan blowing outside, so I don't want the wind to mess up my audio. So if you know anything about mics, that's why I'm wearing this goofy thing inside, right? Normally you don't need this is called a dead cat. Normally you don't need it inside, but because of the fan situation going outside the studio, I decided to put it on. Okay, so again, welcome to another Bead and Chat. If you're in the Learn How to Make French Beaded Flowers Facebook group, please like the post and also make a comment so it can activate the chat because I'm normally not seeing anything. So let me go on my iPad here and see if I can get that going. Start it first. Okay, so today I am in my studio because it is boiling hot outside. I've been doing my lives outside for the past few weeks now, and I love it. I love being outside. It's my, I just love being outside right now, right? I don't want to be stuck inside. So I haven't been in my studio doing much at all. So that's why we're inside today. I guess I need to be inside sometimes, get other things done. If I'm outside, I can't really do anything. So again, if you're in the Facebook group, please help me make a comment so it can activate the chat. Okay, looks like we've got Juliana from San Pedro, California. Hello, Juliana, and Mrs. Juliana. Hello. The hubby says hello too. Okay, and Allison. Hello, Allison. Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Yeah, so let's get started today. Well, sometime last year, I was working on I'm going to move my camera so you can see. I've been working on this Trellis project, and I'm going to move this here so you can see. Okay. All right, so let's see if I can move up and down. So this Trellis project, I don't know when I started. Last year? I think it was last year. So probably around, I don't know when I started this, but it was from some projects, some beat-alongs with sweet peas from maybe 2 years ago, and some wild roses maybe from like 3 years ago, beat-along 2 or 3 years ago, or maybe it was last year, last February. The time just all blends together. And with all of these projects, I decided I'm just going to, put all of the flowers on a trellis. So I bought this, I think it's a 6-foot trellis. Probably not 6 foot. I'm not 6 foot. No, not 6 foot. I'm short. I'm 5'2", so it's a little bit, so maybe like 5 feet, 5 feet tall about. And so 5 foot trellis. And I put sweet peas and I put wild roses in there. And I wanted to do more, I guess, yellow sweet peas. And then it's kind of like a gradation of colors. So it's pink, and then, well, pink, some white, and then I wanted to do like yellow sweet peas and then some purple sweet peas. I have yellow sweet peas, one branch of yellow sweet peas made, and I have some purple ones. And since that live last year, I have not worked on the sweet peas because you know how that goes. So that's why I love these sessions, because it forces me to work on a project. So I hope it does the same for you. All right, looks like we've got Louise joining us. Hello, Louise. Allison says, very hot and rest chasey. New York. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, we're in the northern hemisphere of the USA right now, and it's pretty hot right now. And Annette from Nova Scotia, hello. Are you guys hot over there too? Okay, so I have these sweet peas, purple sweet peas. Okay, so my philosophy lately has been I want to use up what I have instead of making more. Because with what I had in mind for my trellis, I was going to need to bead some more and make some more of yellow sweet peas. And since I only have one branch, I'm probably going to nix that idea, just kind of not do the yellow sweet peas, and just I have three branches of the purple. So I may just do purple, and then I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I may still make yellow sweet peas, but at this time, I'm just going to attach the purple here without the yellow ones. And I have some embroidery floss. I've just been attaching it with embroidery floss. So I want to make sure I've got the right color. I think this is the one. All right, Fan, where are your scissors? I didn't bring scissors. As always, I'm not prepared. As always. All right, where are they? Let me know what you guys are working on. What projects are you working on this Monday afternoon for most of you, and then Monday evening for some of you? Okay. What are you guys working on? Okay. I guess I'll move to this side. Right here. Zoom in here, see what I'm doing. All right. All right, Juliana, what country are you in? I don't remember. Sorry, I don't recall. But it's morning, so I guess it's Monday. Is it Australia? Okay, so all right. Oh, it's duh. Okay, California, still in the U.S. That makes sense. I was thinking on the other side of the globe, but California makes sense too. Okay. All right, so I just need to decide where I want to put this. They're different colors. So I have 2 of this colorway, and I have 1 of this colorway. So I think I will do, I'll put this here and then put this one in the middle. I don't remember the names of the colorways, but I still have some kits on my website if you are so inclined. Okay, so I will do that. Should I do this here? Okay. All right. Not the most stable yet. I need something. I have, this was in, I don't know if you can see, well, you can't see, I know you can't see, but this is in a pot with nothing in it. So that's why it's unstable as I'm working on it. Okay. So Annette says, I'm going to jump into the latest assembly guide for the group project for the umbrella plants. I am looking forward to seeing all your umbrella plants. That is the Beat Along, led by Leslie Belton. She has been guest teaching in our group for quite a few years now, maybe three years now. Okay, so like so. I'm going to attach some here. Let's grab some embroidery floss here. I'm just going to grab some. I don't know how much I need, but just some 2 to 3 feet about. All right. Allison says, just start your clover project. Awesome. I'm going to just move my computer right here. Randomly, you'll see my big head. Okay. So the heart-shaped clovers are also called, well, that's the project that Allison's working on. It's also called wood sorrel, and it's also called oxalis. It has so many names in these plants. And it's edible and tastes lemony. I have known this fact from quite a few years that it is edible, but I haven't tried it until last year. I haven't tried eating it until last year. One of my goals is to try one edible wild plant each year. And last year it was the wood sorrel or oxalis or the heart-shaped clover. You know, I don't even know if it is called a heart-shaped clover because I don't even know if it even goes by that name. All right, so I tied this on. Maybe zoom in. Okay, so I tied this on. I'm just going to wrap this around. Okay, and that says that's a beautiful project. Thank you. Where are you planning to display once completed? I have no idea. I have so many projects that I have completed and I have no idea where they will be, but probably in my living room. Or just in my studio. And I've put out in the universe that one day I would like to have my pieces in an exhibition So hopefully one day it will be in a museum. But in the meantime, it'll be in my studio or my living room. Okay. Looks like we've got Michelle joining us. Hello. Michelle, let me know where you're watching from and if you're working on a project. So this is, well, I guess you are finishing projects with me as I am at finishing projects. But if you do have any questions on your projects, let me know. If you got questions on any of the classes that I've taught in the last few months, or just any of my patterns, just ask them here. Okay, I'm just wrapping it around here. Okay, Allison says, Devin and I purchased Lauren's Lunaria and Chinese Lantern kit last October before we knew what was involved to make scallops. Didn't know it involved scallops. We're going to try to do that in July. So the Clover project will keep us busy this week. All right. Well, I mean, you guys, you and Devin, Allison, started out with a pretty intense project to start out with the Anthurium. So you guys are doing great. So Lauren's Chinese Lantern and Lunaria would be easy peasy after you've done the Anthurium. Okay. I think this is on. So I'm going to make a knot and call this a day. Okay, Allison says we have a lot of root sorrel growing in our yard. Yes. Have you, Allison, have you tried the wood sorrel? AKA oxalis, AKA the heart-shaped clover. It's very lemony, good in salads. Okay, looks like we've got April joining us. Hello, April. What are you working on, April? Okay, Michelle says she's from California. I was just learning how to make beaded flowers, but have been watching your videos for a while now. Awesome. What flowers have you made, Michelle? Okay, so I've tied that up real good. I'll probably go back and refine the wrappings and things once I'm done. But right now, I'm just concerned about getting it on. So I'm going to wrap on the bottom here. Let's zoom out so you can see down here. Okay. Okay, Allison says, yes, I have as a salad green. Okay, awesome. So I am going to try to eat more of it this year. I just have so much stuff that it just doesn't even register because there's so much of it. You know what's one thing that I've like, if you have so much of it, sometimes you just get desensitized. I can't even say the word today. Desensitized. Sorry, can't pronounce that word today. Um, you just don't. You just it's just too much, right? And you don't want to eat it because you have so much of it. Um, I'm like that with cribbing Charlie. I know it's good for me. But there's just so much, and I'm just battling cribbing Charlie that I guess I should eat it. I know there's many health benefits to cribbing Charlie, and I think I should beat it too because I like it. All right, I'm gonna cut this. It's not very good pair of scissors here. It's not very sharp. Okay, April says, I couldn't even try to stay away from the oxalis patches growing up. There's so much. But all right, so what can I try this year? What new to me? It took me years before I tried lamb's quarters. And it's delicious. It tastes like spinach. And it just grows as a weed. And people just get rid of it. But and I also get rid of it because I'm like, I didn't plant this. I don't want it. But I know it's good. It tastes delicious. I have a hard time growing spinach, but it tastes like spinach. All right, so I've got one of the purple attached. Okay. Allison says your flowering trellis is so inspiring, so beautiful. Thank you, Allison. If I can only, stay focused and work on my projects, that would be great. But time is limited. Oh, you know what's fun with these tendrils? You can actually wrap it around your trellis, right? Wrap it around your trellis, and it stays. Just like real sweet peas. All right, so this one is it like this? This. Okay. I was going to make more of the yellow first before I attach it because I wanted like pink and then yellow and then purple. But you know what? It's been how many months? It's been over 6 months, at least 8 or 9 months since I've worked on this. So it's time to at least get something done. And I was thinking of down here, let me, if I can zoom out a bit more. We could, or go down here like this. Okay, so it's in this pot, right? So I was thinking instead of more of the sweet peas down here, I guess if I would have this spot down here without anything yet, because I either need to bead something more or I can have something flowering here, which again, I would still need to bead some more. So either way, I would need to do more beading. So, but At least it's not more sweet peas. So what do you think should go down here? I was thinking I have some I have some daisies already done that I was thinking to put down here. Echinacea is a possibility because it's this is kind of like a summery type of trellis. Though even though I had sweet peas growing in summer, I'm thinking maybe it's more spring, a spring flower. So these are the like, but my sweet peas were growing in the summer, so I guess they can go together. My sweet peas were growing in the summer. Um, I'm just trying to be picky about like the actual seasons that the flowers are growing together. Okay. Stay. Okay. Okay, Michelle says, I'm just learning the rose petals and trying to get the petals correct. All right. That's good. We all start from somewhere. And the roses are the best projects, the best or one of the best first projects for a beginner to get started because it gets you practicing on the techniques, on the basic frame techniques. It gives you a lot of practice. That's what I'm trying to say. And it is a favorite first project for many people. It is what I started with. My first project was a rose. Okay, just want to shape these here. Okay, April says, I only have one tiny patch of oxalis in my yard. The stuff is supposed to spread like crazy. It does. That's why you eat them, April. That's why you eat them. Okay. Okay, Roy says, that's beautiful. Thank you. All right. Allison wants to know if I've designed ferns. I have not. It is on my list. I have looked at them and been inspired, so yes, it's on my list. Okay, so I'm going to attach this here. Maybe right here. So you know what would be good to use is one of those. What are those things called? Those plastic. Oh, zip ties. I can't even think of words today. But I kind of don't want to use zip ties. I mean, I can cut it off later, but just don't want to add more plastic into the world. That's one use, you know. All right, just let me check in the group 1 second, see if you guys are in the group. I'm missing comments here or something. All right, so okay, looks like we have Allah joining us. Hello, sorry I've missed your comments. Hello, Allah, and hello, Annette. Okay, so if you are just joining me, and if I'm finally getting to your comments right now, I am attaching my sweet peas onto this trellis. These are, well, the sweet peas and also wild roses, beat-alongs from years past. And I am using them up and putting them on this 5 feet trellis. Maybe not 5 feet, maybe a little bit shorter. 4 feet and some. Okay, so I'm gonna make a knot here. Ugh. I need more hands. I need an assistant. Okay. Okay, almost. Okay. Oh, that's a horrible knot. That's a horrible knot. Okay, I'm gonna have to try again. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to wrap this around here. Then, okay, that works. Okay. Yep, Allah, it's not easy. Well, I guess French beading is the actual act of beading sometimes is not easy, but we do it anyways because it's rewarding, right? Once we do something, when we do something hard and we get like amazing results, it's rewarding and it's meaningful. Okay. I don't know what happened here. I don't have a knot here, but somehow I'm wrapping this around. So I'm just going to roll with it. So I was going to come on this weekend. Last week I didn't get a chance to come on. Um, kids are home for the summer, and it's just been busy. We've got swim lessons every morning for them, and then they've got other activities that I signed them up for. And it's just been busy, and I haven't been able to get a chance to come on. And I was going to come on this Sunday, but we got other plans. So, sorry, I'm going to cut this here. So I'm just going to, so now I'm thinking maybe do a live on a weekend and on a weekday. Just so those who can't do the weekends can watch the weekends, can join on the weekend, and those who can come on the weekday can join on the weekdays. But I'm thinking a weekday one for sure, because it's a lot easier for me to come on during the weekdays. And the weekend one will be will be dependent on my schedule. So either way, there'll be at least one, I guess, at least one live. So plan for two, plan for two, and then you'll get at least one. Okay. Let me zoom this in to see if I can get a better. You can see better here. It was zoomed way out. Okay. Well, I'm glad that worked out for you, April. And happy birthday to your husband. Okay. It was so hot here that we decided to go to the beach instead. We were like at the beach for like maybe 5 hours. And even though it was hot, it was like cool by the beach. Like the water was too cold for me. The water was cold. I'm just like, you know what? I guess it doesn't matter what the weather. I need to always bring a long sleeve shirt because it will get cold, even if it's like 90 degrees. All right. All right. What's next? Maybe just up here a little bit. So today I decided, I should just, since I can't be outside, I'll just sit on my comfy couch and maybe beat something. And then last minute, I said, I should work on my trellis. So now we're by my comfy couch. I'm still not sitting on my comfy couch, sitting on the floor. And we're not beading. Okay, let's tie this here. To start is always awkward. Okay. Okay, got it. So how are you guys beating the heat? Because it's so dang hot. The beach was nice yesterday. We've got one more boiling hot day. Tomorrow it should cool down. One more boiling hot day for us. Oh, my kids have ice skating later, so it will be cold in there. It will be cold in the ice rink. Okay, we've got 2 attached. I only have 1 more. Okay, let me grab my water bottle is way over there. Let me go grab it. Oh. I've got 1 more. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. So it had this plastic in here. So initially when I stuck it in this plastic, it stayed up. But I need maybe like some foam in there until I finish. But this is what I have right now. As long as it's, I guess, propped up as I'm working on it, should be okay. What can I put in there? What can I put in there? Oh. Okay. I've got a tub of beads that I'm going to put in here so that's not sliding everywhere. Okay, it's good. All right. To shape these got all bent out of shape. So these sweet peas are made using 2 sizes of beads. The flowers were made using size 15 seed beads, and then the leaves were made using size 11 seed beads. The tendrils are made using size 15 seed beads. So this pattern uses different bead sizes. Mm. Okay. So maybe like this. Okay. Let's try. Okay, let me cut some floss first. Okay. Allison says we close up all the doors and windows by 9 a.m. Pull the curtains. Fans are enough to keep the house cool. And I am beading. Much too hot for anything else. Yep. Like when it gets too hot, I just want to sit under the fan, and that is it. Don't want to do anything. But I do want to go outside and check on my plants, see how they're doing. They're growing. My plants are growing. Okay, so what was I doing? Right here. Okay. All right, so let me try to get this knot in here. Not so easy to get that first knot. Maybe once I'm done, I'll have a system, but you know how that that's how it always goes, right? When you're done with something is when you're become an expert at something, and then you don't need that to do that thing anymore. We don't always floss our stems onto a trellis. Okay, this is our last stem, and then I need to decide on what I want to do. Will I let it sit here for another like 10 months before I work on it? At this rate, how long will it take for me to finish this trellis? I need to be motivated to work on it. I have other big projects that I need to do. Another project that I was working on many years ago, I wanted to do a painting type project, one of those multi-panel paintings, and I had my sister paint the branches, and I was going to do cherry blossoms on it, but then I decided not to do cherry blossoms, and I started beading peach blossoms for the painting, and I need to work on that. The painting, she signed it. It was from when she signed it, it says 2014, right? It's been 10 years. Uh, I have glued some flowers onto the painting, um, a few on a couple panels, but that's it. But which makes me realize that hot glue will be just fine because that hot glue has stayed on that painting. So I was going to, after I hot glued, I decided maybe that's not such a great idea. It'll fall off. So I decided to do E6000. Maybe I should still do E6000. Okay, Allison says, I'm looking forward to trying some of the other projects in your revival of French beard flowers. Awesome. What flowers are you thinking of doing, Allison? There are so many. I'm thinking of, okay, I've got the itch to write another book. Well, I started on another book. I was going to do just a jewelry book. Um, but now I've kind of decided I don't want to do that. I decided I'll include jewelry, but I want flowers in it too. So I'm itching to do another book, and I've got some projects that I've done that I haven't published yet that I think would be good in a book. So I'm itching to do one. No, Lauren is working on her spring collection book right now, and it's coming out any day. If she can get her ducks in a row. But I've been working, right? I've been working on my jewelry book for like 2 years, and then I decided I don't want to do it anymore. I'll still include some of the projects, I guess, but I guess the change of concept. Right. So this embroidery floss from the previous wrap that I did just earlier is just maybe because there wasn't a knot, so it was just not on properly. So I'm just going to wrap it around again. All right. Since says the sweet peas you made are beautiful. My mom always planted sweet peas and morning glories. They are beautiful. Morning glories and sweet peas. Have not done morning glories, but I've successfully planted sweet peas 1 year, and it wasn't a lot. I was able to take the one flower and study it. I only got like one flower, but did better last year. I had more, I guess, and I was able to study it more to come up with this pattern. No, not last year, the year previous, I guess. And I was able to study the sweet peas then. And I want to grow sweet peas again because they're so beautiful. But my obsession has been nasturtium. So this year I bought so many different varieties of nasturtium. I'm so excited to see them bloom. I've got so many varieties, but I don't have a beaded nasturtium yet. One day I will, because with the amount of nasturtium I have, I will. Okay. Looks like we've got Teresa joining us. Hello, Teresa. Good afternoon. What are you working on, Teresa? And how hot is it by where you are? How hot is it? It's boiling over here. I'm sure it's hot for you. You're in California, so it's always hot. Okay. If you are just joining me, I am putting these sweet pea stems onto a trellis, attaching it using embroidery floss. Okay. Yes, Allison, I have eaten nasturtium. And they're very peppery. Okay, so this is the time of year where I love to garnish my food with flowers, and I like to put the flowers in all my food. So one year I picked lots of, I guess, weeds, dandelions, like clovers, and yellow sweet clovers, and all sorts of things. Those are the ones I remember. Dandelion, clover, yellow sweet clover. And I put them in an egg custard, and it was so pretty. Too pretty to eat. Okay. Okay, April says, I've made morning glories once. I think the technique was called spokes. I'm probably wrong. It could be spokes. I have not made morning glories, so could be spokes. It's very possible. Okay. This wrapping is not very pretty. So what I'll do later is I'll probably put some Mod Podge over all this to seal all of the embroidery floss in once it's done. Why can't I tie this? Okay, come on, knot. All right, come on. Okay, Teresa says 95 degrees today. Oh. Hot, hot, hot. And working on roses. Awesome. Okay, I just want to make one more knot. Why won't it let me? It's just having trouble with knots today. Okay, try it one more time. All right, there we go. Okay. Okay. That should be okay for now. All right, so some shaping. Okay, I'll zoom out and let you guys see what I have. Okay. So this is the trellis so far. Up top, we've got pink sweet peas, white wild roses, pink wild roses. Both of these patterns were part of bead-alongs that I did. The sweet peas were a bead-along that I did and learn how to make French beaded flowers Facebook group. And the wild roses were a bead-along I did in the See Beads and More group a few years ago. So I decided to, at first I was just going to do the sweet peas, but then I decided to also include the wild roses because, you know, because I'm making all these samples and I need to do something with them. Right. Okay, so right now I need to fill in this space. So maybe is my mic being weird? Maybe my hair is in my mic or something. So I have this bare space right here that I need to decide what I'm going to do. Do I want to make more sweet peas, or do I like fill it up with different flowers, plant some different flowers in here, like echinacea, daisies. I have daisies. Oh, let me bring the daisies over. Oh, so I've got these daisies. So I was thinking just planting some in here, just have this, you know, build the height and cover this so I don't have to put bead anymore. I don't want to bead anymore, you guys, to finish this. But if I have to, I would have to, right? But either way, I think just having something planted in the pot would be cool too. I just don't know if the daisies work. So the daisies are also a pattern on my website. Wow daisies, if you're interested in this pattern. So I took out this arrangement out of its pot to put in my sunflowers, and now it does not have a home. So my daisies need a home. Oh, speaking of pots, speaking of pots, I went to the Goodwill the other day because my daughter needed stuff. And of course, I always check out pots. I got this pot here. So show and tell. Okay. I got this pot, I think, for how much? $7 for this pot. So maybe the daisies will be nice in here. Because I'm always like, I don't have a plan for the pot yet, but I don't know. It's maybe too big for the daisies. Okay. But I have 2 other pots over there. Okay, so, all right, battery is low on my mic, so I'm going to finish the show and tell, and then we'll be done. Okay, all right. Ooh. I always say I need more pots, like I need a punch in the face. I don't need a punch in the face, but I guess I don't need more pots either. Okay, so I got this for like $2.99, $3 at the thrift store. And then I got this. It's like really sturdy. Also $6.99, $7 at the thrift store. It's like, it's not plastic. It's really sturdy. So well, that's why I don't like to go shopping, because I don't want to buy more things. But if I go shopping and find pots and it's a good deal, I'm gonna bring it home and clutter up my house, because I always need various pots and vases, right? So I'm trying to declutter, but at the same time, I can't not buy pots and vases. Horrible. Okay, so I'm gonna end this live here. Let me check the group, make sure I got everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna end the live here. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody, for another chaotic live, and I will make an update of when I can come on next, depending on my schedule. But hopefully I can do a weekend and a weekday. We'll see how that, I'm going to try. I'm going to see how that works out. But I'm going to try to come on again this week, either on a weekday or a weekend, because since I missed last week, I'm going to try to do 2 this week, but more kind of like spaced out. So I will post those up, and thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. I love these sessions because it forces me to work on my projects, and I hope it motivates you also to work on your projects. So